So keep those questions coming. Use that hashtag Artemis and tweet or drop them in the comments wherever you're watching this broadcast.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
Some quick
programming. Like every great space mission, it starts with a launch.
And here we go.
10.
Hydrogen burn-off igniters initiate. 7, 6, 5. 4-stage engine start. 3, 2, 1. Boosters in ignition. And liftoff of Artemis 1. We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
Today we got to witness the world's most powerful rocket take the Earth by its edges and shake the wicked out of it. And it was quite a sight. It's quite a sight.
The views of our blue marble in the blackness of space, now capturing the imagination, now capturing the imagination of a new generation.
Really captures people's imagination.
The Artemis program's goal is to inspire the next generation of
dreamers.
We're all just dreaming.
Brave enough to dream.
Just capture my imagination every time.
I mean, again, this is why we're doing this.
It makes it seem a little bit easier to imagine. I could barely imagine.
I just cannot even imagine.
Seeing children and young and old, just all these people who feel captivated. Love this guy in the front with his NASA shirt.
It's really fun to see, again, all these people who are captivated.
I think that's really cool that we might see and inspire people who totally look like cheerleaders, and they're embracing it. I love it.
Look at the goosebumps. That tells it all right here.
I'm still shaking a little bit.
That just took my breath away, and I was tearing up.
It's surreal to me. Just insane. Just amazing.
Kind of still giddy and speechless.
It was pretty overwhelming.
One of the coolest things you'll ever see in your entire life.
I don't even know how to explain how I'm feeling right now.
I feel the same way.
Amazing. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, it's hard to even imagine that that's true. Kind of blows my mind. Almost hard to wrap your head around. A little unbelievable to me.
Look at all the science, this team, this professionalism, that performance.
One heck of a show.
They were so excited. Their faces, it was amazing.
Orion looking back at Earth as it travels toward the moon, 57,000 miles away from the place we call home.
You say that the video is going to be delayed. Can we get a more approximate time frame as to how long it's going to be until we're going to actually get to see this video? What sort of quality is the video going to be? And finally, can you just kind of explain why we're not getting to see these images live? I mean, I believe the Apollo 11 landing was broadcast live.
Why now don't we have the technology to see all of this live?
We're going to downlink that video as fast as we can. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of time, a little slower than we might have want, but as soon as we get the data down, video processing folks will be processing that.
It takes a team, though, to bring the imagery of Orion down to Earth.
Imagery has been invaluable throughout the history of NASA.
We have folks that
literally have to look through every still image and every video that's released.
We are expecting to provide some good imagery.
Video and pretty pictures.
You know, and we're being as transparent as we can here.
It's incredibly complicated, incredibly challenging.
I would just, again, ask for a little bit of patience, just taking a little bit of time.
Is there going to be any more engineering footage from the launch offered? And, we've been expecting more views, not only of the mission, but also from the launch pad.
This is a phenomenon we will expect to continue throughout the rest of the mission.
In terms of more media release, yes, absolutely. We will share footage from the launch. There are many other customers, science customers, that use the Deep Space Network. There is a capacity that we share there with other customers, but the data that is on the ground, we do need to go through that.
Video processing folks will be processing that.
Literally have to look through every still image and every video that's released.
So again, I would just ask for your patience and let us work through that process, and we will absolutely share what we can as soon as it's available. We've seen a number of issues with file transfers, but obviously, imagery, we love it.
Imagery has been
invaluable
throughout the history of NASA.
We want to share it as much as we can. We want to record it. But if we're having issues getting it off of the vehicle,
I mean, I believe the Apollo 11 landing was broadcast live.
Actually slows the effort to share things with the team. And
why now don't we have the technology to see all of this live?
We did have a number of communications glitches. We had either forward or return link problems. Jim, do you have anything to add in terms of the anomalies?
I love that, we've got a media team that is as excited about what we're doing as y'all are.
Tom Costello with NBC.
Kristen Fisher with CNN. With The Atlantic.
Reuters. DAP. Bloomberg.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
All you have to do is walk into a classroom of kids and look how their eyes get big when you start talking about space.
We will be passing over, some of the Apollo landing sites. Unfortunately, they're going to be in the darkness. They will not be sunlit, so we won't get very good video of them.
Only a few people have been able to go to space, only available to some of us. So we really want to share what that's like and the perspective we gain from our time up there. We train for everything, and so when we're in that capsule waiting for launch, we're just running our procedures.
You could almost, trick us
and say that we were in the simulator and it wasn't real, but
space is real.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this, but we see the moon here, and the trajectory of the rocket looked like it was flying towards me. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, that's so poetic.
Show you a 3D model.
This is a live view from the spacecraft. Again, a really short burn. We're standing by for the cutoff.
Or show you, kind of the graphic.
10B-2 engine produces about 24,000 pounds of thrust in a vacuum.
Some quick programming.
You could almost, trick us.
Had over a dozen funnies on the list. Issues, glitches, phenomenon, problems,
anomalies.
Love this guy in the front with his NASA shirt.